Good morning, and welcome back to Gaming with ADHD. Today we are continuing our look at Shadowrun Duels with the final figure of Wave 1, Silver Max. Now, if you are not yet familiar with the product line, don't forget I've already done 5 videos on this. This is going to be the 6th in the series, and the last one of the Wave 1 figures. So, if you want to check it out, I'd absolutely love it if you went and checked out some of the other videos that I've done. I've also done a short overview of the product line, what it was, why they did it, and I included that with the review of Lothan the Wise, and I will have that linked in the description. And one other thing, I do have an affiliate link over to Drive-Thru with RPG or Drive-Thru RPG. If you like your role-playing books in PDF format, there is a link in the description where you can help support the channel. So, today, as I said, I am going to look at the Dwarf Rigger for Shadowrun Duels. He came in Wave 1, and this is Silver Max. Now, keep in mind, this is just a review of the figure and its accessories at the time of purchase. I have most of the figures for the line, and I will do a review of the gameplay once I've looked at all of the figures and get a couple of games under my belt. So, let's get into it. So what we've got here is we have Silver Max, the male dwarf rigger. According to his base, he is figure number 6 in the line. He stands from foot to top of his hair, approximately 4.5 inches. The accessories that he comes with is he has swappable hands. Let's take a look at that real quick. He's got some extra cabling and looks like some rough cybernetics on one. And either some armor or just hitting implement on the other. Looks like they missed a little bit of paint on his hand, but not too bad. He also, this was actually one thing that I thought was kind of neat about this figure, is he actually has removable glasses. So, and I will go into why I think that's actually pretty cool when I review the figure. So, those are the non-gameplay options for the figure. Now, he does, like the other figures in the game, he has 4 pieces of equipment that he comes with. And so the first one is this. It is a drone. So if you're not familiar with Shadowrun, riggers are basically vehicle drivers or drone controllers. Basically, they use cybernetic enhancements to basically remote control vehicles, robots, whatever, with their brain. Okay, so got a lot of fun little details in here. It's got some nice little spider legs. I will show later that the figure is actually designed to float. I thought this was actually kind of interesting. It looks like he's got this sort of 50s era air conditioner on the side. Why? I don't know, but it's kind of fun if you know what it is you're looking at. At least that's what it looks like to me. Then the next thing he came with was a hammer. I mean, let's be honest, it's a dwarf. You know, how can they not have a hammer? Some little fuzz on there. But just a dwarven, looks like they've got some runes etched in the side. Just a, cast iron, hammer. At least that's what it looks to me. The gun that he comes with is the Fischetti Executive Action is what it's called. So not a ton of detail, no paint outside of the game stats. He came with a jammer. So, nice little details on this one as well. And then finally, he came with this accessory. Now, this is a cybernetic remote control deck, or cyber deck, if you're familiar with Shadowrun. Basically, it is a portable keyboard with a built-in display. Now, one thing I do like about this is, at least in the first 2 waves, they did not include a decker. And so this at least gives you the option that if you don't want to make him a rigger, you can make him a decker, and it would still, still be appropriate. All right. Now, as far as game accessories, just like all the other figures, he does come with the figure base. These are, which I've actually never mentioned before. These are about 5 inches around. Come with pegs to mount the figure to, and they have 3 dials for tracking damage on the character. As always, they open up. You can use this for storage. It also has a cheat sheet for what the dice do and any special rules that apply to them. But we will get to that in a little bit. All right. Now, for the dice, he comes with 1 black D8, 2 black D6, 1 yellow, and 1 blue. And then 3 white D4, 2 yellow D4, and 1 black D4. Of course, he does also have the paper tape measure, like all other figures. And he comes with a flying stand for the drone, similar to Liata and her air spirit. Comes with the flying stand so that you can attach it to the base, and I will show that here in a little bit. So, as far as the production quality, again, they are done very well. This I think is actually probably one of the better painted figures of the game. You've already heard me say it many times. I do think all of these figures look great, even if they're not necessarily my favorites. I think this one has some fantastic shading, especially as far as his shirt's concerned. I'm not quite sure. Okay, those are little like badges or medals that he's got on his vest. The detail in the hair, the coloring, all of the coloring around the back. So really, really good just, shading and detail work on this guy. And as is common with the male figures of the line, plenty of articulation. He's got 10 points, his hip, waist, shoulders, elbows. If you want to include the wrists, that turns. His head turns as well. So lots of articulation, which again just makes it that much more annoying when you get the ladies in the line. And the fact that, they are so static. So regardless, really, really good articulation on this guy. He has no knees, but I mean, he's a dwarf. That's not surprising. I mean, obviously he's got knees. He has pads on his knees. But the fact that they don't bend, not too surprising. So, let's look at some of the extra details. So, as I mentioned earlier and showed, his glasses come off. And with that, give me one second. So, really, really good detail, especially on the eyes. If you look at that, those are great, especially how small they are, tucked in, all the extra, big bushy eyebrows and his beard. They actually did go in and get some shading on his lips there. So with the glasses, if you can see, what they did to make them removable is they just sculpted the hair around them. So you can see, where you can see my fingers behind the hair or the cutting mat, whatever it is. And so it just looks a lot more natural. Let me put those back on so that you can see. And it just holds them on really well. They're not going anywhere. Nice and stuck in there. He's got, all these tools up along, his vest, the different badges, some sort of dwarven forge symbol going on in the back. Underneath the straps here. The straps are not removable, which to me just adds to the level of detail and quality that they were doing, with the fact that, it all looks good. I'm not seeing any paint slop. I'm not sure I would have painted it this well. Let's put it that way. So, then he's got some extra tools down here on his boots. He's got, the steel toes going on, like literal steel toes, not just, piece of steel and then covered it up with leather. He's got this doohickey thing going on his arm with the different, saw and, probes and whatnot, the cabling coming across. This hand is supposed to be removable. It would get replaced by this one, but this one does not move at all. And again, as I've said previously, at 18 years old for the figure, I am not going to try and remove that. Let's see, what else do we got? Sorry about the interruption there. Extra detailing here on the arms for the extra hair looks really good. Looks like he's got a little shrunken head on his arm, or probably some sort of animal skull or something. But then they painted in some chains, even got the detail underneath. Overall, this is a fantastic looking figure. I'd probably put him in running for second or third place overall for Wave 1. After Lothan the Wise, of course. Really, really good there. Now, drawbacks, as I've said multiple times, you've got the plastic pins. You've got one here on this hand. You've got one on this hand if you're using it. He also has one back here. If I can, there we go. So you can see that. So you've got one on the back of his hip where you can put his gun or the scanner or the jammer, if you want. So again, that's kind of a problem. I do like how well the glasses sit in. I do wonder about how easy they would be to lose. It's nice to have. Wonder if it's 100% necessary, but still looks really good, so I'm not going to really complain about it. But not too many real complaints on that. Now, as far as the base storage, most everything fits in. I can fit the cyber deck in here. I just don't. And I will show you how I do that here in a second. But for the most part, all of his equipment is going to fit in the base. We'll leave the flying stand out. The hands will fit in. All of his little items will fit in. And, close it up. No big deal. So, with his cyber deck, what I typically will do, and the way that I have actually left it over the years, which you can actually see with some of the deformation in the plastic, but I have just left it like this. riding underneath his arm. He fits very well on the base, as you can see. And then, as I said, we've got our flying stand for the drone. And let's put him over here. So, there you go. You've got Silver Max and a drone. So, overall, like I said, I'm going to put him as probably my second or third favorite figure in the line. He's done really well. They did a really good job on the painting, and over 18 years sitting on a shelf, he has held up very well. I'm really happy with this line. I wish they had continued it. They made some really unique and just fun figures that, in general, you don't see anywhere else. And so it is a bit of a loss to me to realize that they only got 2 waves, and I wasn't even able to finish the second one. But I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, I would absolutely love it if you did. I keep trying to put out more just unique and different content, stuff that maybe doesn't get a lot of traction out in the regular gaming world on YouTube. So put a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what your favorite figure out of Wave 1 was. Did you even know about these figures? What would you like to see if they ever brought them back? So there's lots of things we can talk about, and I definitely try to respond to all of the comments that people make. So overall, really happy with this figure. Thanks for watching, and we will talk to you next time.